Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for this video, I was supposed to do a 90s inspired neutral makeup look, but in the middle of doing my eyeshadow, I kind of got carried away, so it instead turned into a 90s grunge inspired makeup look. So just don't mind what I'm going to say for my intro. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I noticed that my first two videos were about I guess bold, vibrant, and dramatic makeup looks. So maybe I figured that I should take a step back and I guess do something
neutral.
I was thinking 90s
Brown kind of neutral.
You're a liar.
Even though I was born in the year 1994, I really just only got to experience my childhood in the early 2000s. But for some reason, 90s fashion resonates to me more. Big word, 90s fashion speaks to me more. Actually, most of my wardrobe is 90s inspired. I figured that for my next video, yeah, like I said, I'm going to do something 90s inspired. So let's begin. Back in the 90s, men kept their eyebrows natural. So I'm just going to set my eyebrows with a clear brow mascara because my brows are quite thick and somewhat stubborn. I'm just going to take a traditional brow pencil and just fill in the sparse areas. My eyebrows are thick, but they're also somewhat sparse. I'm only going to line the lower part of my brow and not the upper part. Using a skin tone concealer, I'm going to use it to add a fake slit onto my left eyebrow. Steady, steady. I felt like the coverage was not enough, so I just went in and added just a few blots of concealer, and I used my fingers just to blend the concealer onto my skin, and then I did a few touch-ups to the eyebrows. Fun fact, eyebrow slits were actually very popular in the 90s among men and women. Anyway, I'm gonna show you my attempt at a brow slit, like a real one. For carving the brows and priming my lids, I'm only going to use a concealer that is just one shade lighter than my skin tone, since the colors that I'm going to be using is not as bright and vibrant as the colors that I used on my two previous videos. Because this eyeshadow look is going to be slightly subdued as opposed to the previous ones that I did. I will also be using the same concealer to prime my eyelids as well as my under eyes. You can use either a sponge or your fingers to blend the concealer. I prefer to use my fingers for the lids and usually a sponge on my under eyes. And as always, I'm going to set my concealer with a loose powder. You can skip this part if you want, if you feel like your concealer won't crease. So for my transition shade, I am going to take this light peach and take it up to my brow bone. And with this medium deep brown shade, I'm going to use it to create the new crease. I'm going to put it above my actual crease. For this shade, I'm going to follow the natural shape of my eyes instead of winging out this shade. It also gives the illusion of my eyes being deep set. And I'm going to blend the two shades together, the transition shade and the crease shade. Using the same brown shade, I'm going to use it to give my outer corner a lifted effect because I have downturned eyes. Blend, 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 and blend, and blend. Now I'm going to take this matte black shade and just put it on my outer V to add more dimension to my eyes. And I will blend it more to the outer corner and just slightly towards the inner part of my eye. And next, I took this warm silver shimmer. I know it looks cool toned in the picture, but in real life, it actually does look warm. And this is the very shade that turned my supposedly neutral look into a grunge look. And you know, I got carried away and I'm sorry about that. But I promise you, in the next 90s look that I'm going to do, it's going to be neutral, like for real. And so I changed my mind about the matte black shade, so I just decided to wing it out instead of just focusing it on my natural shape of my eyes. Going back to the medium dark brown shade, I'm going to use it to define the new crease of my eye. As you can see, I used a sponge tip applicator again because the color payoff is so much better than using a brush, and I want the new crease to be intense, so yeah. I just went in with a matte black shade on the outer part of my lower lash line, and using the same dark brown shade that I used on my crease shade, I'm going to use it on the rest of my lower lash line. Instead of using an eye pencil, I used a gel liner to line my waterline. Unfortunately, I wasn't aware that I was doing it out of frame, so I'm sorry about that. And now for the nerve-wracking part of the eye makeup, liquid eyeliner. I can't really explain in detail how I do my eyeliner for my hooded eyes, but comment down below if you want me to do a dedicated tutorial for eyeliner for hooded eyes. Dramatic winged liners are very different for hooded eyes because we have this extra skin that's covering our lid. So if we did our eyeliner as if we did not have hooded eyes, it's going to look weird if I look straight. Basically, I drew over my fold so that when I relax my eyes, the wing still looks like a wing. And now I'm going to just tightline the inner corner of my upper lash line. And now I'm going to just fill in the wing using the same gel liner that I used for my lower lash line. And since I shifted my lower lash line, I'm just going to take a matte black shadow and connect it to my actual lower lash line. Stick foundation was very popular back in the 90s, so I'm going to use one. This is the Nichido Perfect Skin Stick Foundation in the shade Sand. I was curious about how stick foundations would apply on my oily skin, and I was crossing my fingers that the shade will work, and thank God this was on sale when I bought this because the shade actually works. The formula is also quite nice for a local stick foundation. They just need to expand their shade range though. Using the AB Advance Fearless Concealer in Dusk, I'm going to use it to conceal my dark spots from past purging. I'm going to just gently dab the concealer in with a damp sponge. For my under eyes, I will be using the Careline Acne Spot Concealer in the shade Natural. Once again, I did not color correct as I already have foundation on and I don't want it to look cakey. The matte look was very popular in the 90s. Dewy was not in, so I just packed my face with some pressed powder to add more coverage as well as set my face. And to further emphasize the matte look, I also did not add highlighter to my cheekbones. For the blush, I used this deep nude shade and I placed it on the high points of my cheeks. And for the nose and face contour, I used this deep bronzer from the BTLA Contour Kit. During the 90s, one of the popular lipstick shades was light nude shade and pairing it with a dark lip liner. Dark lip liners are very important when using light nudes or light browns, otherwise you would look casket ready.
Story of my life, searching for a ride, I keep searching for the me. Sorrow in my soul, cause this is around, breathing as a company.
Before applying the lip liner, I'm going to blot the excess lipstick. Back in the 90s, the practice of overlining your lips with a dark lip liner became very popular. If I'm not mistaken, I think it originated from women of color, specifically Black and Latino women. And to complete the look, I wore some accessories such as my late mom's cross necklace as well as some clip-on earrings because I don't have pierced ears. And that is it for my 90s grunge inspired look. I hope you guys liked the video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and please consider subscribing. I love you guys so much and I will see you on the next video. Bye guys!